Hello, Lancers. I'm Dyana Villa.
And I'm Ignacio Dominguez. Let's get straight to the news. Two CBU cheer teams placed first in the annual All-Girls Division I Championships.
Dozens of displays featuring illuminated lanterns are on display currently until April 29th, and CBU sports are coming to an end. We have an informative show for you today, right, Ignacio?
Yes, Diana. Two CBU cheer teams placed first in the annual All-Girl Division I Championships. This is the advanced team Blue Crew's 8th first place title won at the NCAA Collegiate Championship. CBU Intermediate Cheer Team White Squad also won first place this year on April 9th, making 2022 the first year in CBU cheer history to be awarded first place. The two teams' success is an inspiration to all members involved with CBU athletics, including student athletes and coaches. CBU TV reporter Wyatt McElmurray has more on their strategies, tactics, and emotions with the big win. Wyatt?
CBU Cheer went to Daytona and were able to take home the championships. To dive deeper in what Daytona was all about, I was able to sit down with one of the cheerleaders and be able to talk further into that. So how much does this mean to go back to Daytona after going virtually last year? What is the significance of going through that?
To be able to go to Daytona this year is really exciting because we weren't able to go last year. And so that's our one thing a year that we have. So to be able to have that one thing back and to be able to have a goal to work towards is really exciting.
And what is the significance of going to Daytona with cheer?
So for college, we essentially only have one major competition, and that competition is Daytona. So we prepare all season for this one performance, and so this is the first year that we're going to be able to go in a few years.
And so in this competition, that is make or break. What is your mentality like going into it?
Our mentality is to trust the process and know that we've prepared all season for this, and to know how much that we put into this and trust ourselves and our coach and just be confident in what we can do.
And what is it like to train for something for so long and finally be able to compete in that event?
It's really rewarding because we put so much time and effort into it, not just this season, but in every season before it, because it all leads up to the next season and the next thing you're doing. And so to be able to come and finally reach our goal and just to be able to get there and be on that stage is really, really going to be amazing.
And finally, just how do you feel about the competition going into this event?
The competition going into this event is always really good. We are always on our toes. It's never a given, and it's good to be able to have a competition and to be able to kind of have a little fire under us, and it helps us to be able to do better.
For CBU TV, I'm Wyatt McElmurray.
Thank you, Wyatt. If there is one lesson to be learned from the CBU cheer team's success, it is that with the power of teamwork and strength of trust, nothing is impossible. With some more exciting news, I traveled to Palm Desert, California, where the annual Spring Lantern Festival is taking place until April 29th. I have everything you need to know about this spectacular event.
The Palm Springs Living Desert Spring Lantern Festival Glow in the Park between March 27th and April 29th comes together to bring memorable moments for family and friends.
So Glow in the Park came about just because we were looking for another fun opportunity for the community to come and enjoy, and we did actually partner with this company called Tianyu. They are a China-based company, and they come out into the States and they work together with zoos and other organizations to put on these type of events just to, bring some more culture and get people more involved and see what else is out there. The main reason was just to find something for the people to do during the springtime here in the Valley. It's our first year, so we're trying it out for the very first year. So we're trying to get our feet wet, trying to figure out what will work, what won't work, but it's definitely different, something that hasn't been brought here to the Valley. So I know that a lot of locals are really enjoying it. My favorite part is looking at all the kids that come in and they look at all the lights, and some of these lanterns are animatronics, so they move. So seeing them kind of in awe and looking at all these things kind of just come to life is really great.
This event features animals, photo opportunities, engaging art, and nature-scrape lantern creations that represent different places of the world. The desert comes to life with amazing light installations.
It's really nice. It's really nice to bring the kids here, the lights and all the show. There's a lot of fun stuff to do.
What was your favorite part of the evening?
The swings that light up,
And what is your favorite memory?
spending it with my family.
General admission tickets change between Monday through Thursday and Friday through Sunday. For more information, visit thelivingdesert.org. For CBU TV, I'm Dyana Villa.
Just incredible, Diana. Thank you.
Yes, of course, Ignacio. Again, if you are interested in purchasing tickets for the festival, go to www.livingdesert.org.
Up next, coming to you on the streets of California Baptist University, marketing intern Andrea Asio interacts with students to find out what, why, and who they love on the CBU campus. Let's see what they had to say. Andrea?
Hello, my name is Andrea Asio, and I'm a part of Lancer Media Group. Here at California Baptist University, we want to show the love of God everywhere we go, and LMG is committed to showing that love as well. We wanted to know what Lancers love about CBU and how many of them know about LMG and what they love about it as well. This semester, Victoria Burden had an idea to market Lancer Media Group. That marketing idea was called Love LMG, which was designed to generate more students' involvement with their school's publication. Victoria and I asked the Lancers to write what they love about CBU on sticky notes to put on our heart-shaped logo for the campaign. There were many amazing responses from the students citing how much they love the CBU community, different professors on campus, and the ambitious work of the Lancer Media Group. As the semester is winding down to its end, some students went in depth with what they love about CBU.
I love the food. I love sometimes we give out free food, and that helps a lot when I can't afford it. But I also love the people. It's easy to make connections and create your own groups.
CBU, I really like the community that it has. It's very beautiful. Even though I pay a lot of money to come here, I feel like it's very worth it. I like the scenery and everything that it has to offer. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things, and you'll hear most people say this, like the community here, just a lot of people so welcoming, and you can make a friend literally anywhere.
As Christians, we are called to love our neighbors, so not only do we want to know what students love about CBU, we also wanted to know who they love at CBU. There was a variety of answers ranging from friends to spiritual life.
I would say my kinesiology professor, Dr. Amy Miller, she helped me out with my scheduling when others couldn't help me, and she gave me a lot of good info to really think about.
Shout out to my boy RJ. I love him to death. He's like my brother, ride or die.
I would say I really love the SL staff, spiritual life staff. They've helped me grow a lot here spiritually, and they've just been really impactful in my time here at CBU.
The Lancer Media Group publications work extremely hard to get all their work out for the students to enjoy. The school newspaper, The Banner, took home first place for Best Photo Series for photography, and they also won third best overall newspaper design in the CMAs in Long Beach. The Banner comes out with a new issue bi-weekly. Pursuit magazine publishes their magazine 2 times a school year and won 3 first-place awards for Best Design/Spread Design, Best Magazine Cover, and Best Magazine Photo, with an honorable mention in New York for the NYC 22 Design Contest. Angelo's provides our school aesthetically pleasing yearbook at the end of the school year and won first place for Best Yearbook Cover for Angelo's Adapt 2020 to 2021. CBU TV is the most active out of all the publications as they produce weekly content such as updates on campus activities, sporting events, weekly news stories from around the community, as well as the monthly Big Shows, which is all available to watch on their YouTube channel, CBU TV. But do Lancers know about the various publications LMG and CBU have to offer?
Yeah, so in terms of watching CBU TV, I've seen a little snippet of it off the provost, the emails that they sent out to the school. But apart from that, in terms of the newspapers, I haven't really read them. I've collected them, but I want to be able to be more interested in it, and I want it to spread throughout CBU so that other people can see it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so for the Banner newspaper, I've seen, I think it's usually towards the back, that they promote student photography. So there'll be entries to the Banner newspaper for different students on campus. They don't necessarily have to be photography majors. And I think it's really cool to see other people's creativity promoted in the school's newspaper, so yeah.
But what specifically do Sanze and Viviana love about LMG?
Lancer Media Group, I just love their ambition. I love how they're trying to promote the life at CBU, the community, and everything that it has to offer. I just hope that they will be able to succeed with that, and next year it'll be bigger than it was this year. Yeah.
I love that there's so much creativity that goes into it and a lot of hard work and dedication from students and staff, and it's not just people throwing words on a page or pictures on a page. It's something that's takes time to be compiled up and made for the whole school to enjoy.
Thank you for watching. For LMG, I'm Andrea Ossio.
Well, thank you, Andrea. All of the Lancer Media Group appreciates and values hearing student opinions of our publications. Jumping back into athletics, the end of the year means the finalization and closing for all current CBU sports still in the season. CBU TV reporter Brett Rosen has a 2022 sports recap for the entire year. Let's get straight into the stats. Brett?
Hey Lancers, it's Brett Rosen for CBU TV, and with the year coming to a close, it's only fair to look back at all things CBU sports for the 2021-2022 year. Let's check it out. First things first, with baseball, with your CBU Lancers winning it all. Yes, you heard it right. The baseball team had won the WAC championship in the 2020-2021 season. Now moving over to men's soccer, their season can be measured as a success, having a winning overall record of 11-4-3 and having a winning conference record of 6-3-2, finishing 5th in the WAC. And they look to better their record next season in the fall. Now moving to the other locker room, the women's soccer team this year had a bit of a disappointing season, having an overall record of 6-8-3 and a conference record of 4-4-2, finishing 4th in the West Division of the WAC Conference. But they look to make strides in improving their record for next season in the fall. Now moving over to the pool, with swim and dive, the season came to a close with the men's team finishing 4th in the WAC Championship and the women's team finishing 5th in the WAC Championship. Running on over to cross country, the men's and women's team look to win it all in the WAC Championships in May. Throwing it over to volleyball, they finished the season with an overall record of 13-11 and a conference record of 8-6, finishing 5th in the West Division in the WAC. Moving on over to wrestling, their season can be measured as a bit of a disappointment, having a record of 2-8, but look at making things better and starting the season off right next year in the fall. Now getting back into the pool, the men's water polo team has had a successful season, having an overall record of 20-14 and a conference record of 6-2, and look to carry out the winning onto next season in the fall. Getting onto the basketball court, the men's basketball team had a bit of a rough season with an overall school record of 18-16 and a conference record of 7-11, finishing 9th in the WAC. But they look to fix this and have a next season be a winning season with new and returning players. Moving over to women's basketball, their season was very successful, finishing with an overall record of 23-9 and a conference record of 13-5, finishing 3rd in the conference. Both the basketball teams had season award winners, such as Taryn Armstrong winning Freshman of the Year in the WAC Conference and becoming a finalist for the Kyle Macy Nation Freshman of the Year Award. We also saw for the women's team, Anioletta winning WAC All-Tournament honors. Diving back into the pool, the women's water polo team had a bit of a letdown season, having an overall record of 12-16 and the overall conference record of 0-7, but played highly competitive D1 teams such as number 3 ranked UCLA and number 8 ranked Fresno State. So next year, with the type of competition they had this year, they will be ready to rock it next season. Switching on over to baseball again, this season, they have had an overall record of 23-11 and a conference record of 9-6, ranking 2nd in the WAC division, and they hope to go back to the championship and win it all for the 2nd year in a row. Moving over to another field, the women's softball team has had an overall record of 24-23 and a conference record of 6-9, ranking 4th in the West division in the WAC. Even though this season has been slow, they look to use the leadership of their returning players and the skills of their young players to be the top team in the WAC next season in the spring. Now hitting it on over to men's golf, with them taking 4th out of 14 in the Sandpiper Invitational, they look to take this momentum in the WAC Championships on Friday, April 29th. Now moving over to women's golf, after taking 3rd out of 22 teams in the Wyoming Cowgirl Classic, they look on to winning it all in the WAC Championship this coming week. Moving on to cheer, their season can be measured as a successful year with them winning it all in the NCAA College Nationals in Daytona, Florida, and they hope and believe next year will be a successful year as well. Lastly, throwing it over to Sun, their season can be measured as one of the best seasons ever, going 16-0. Yes, you heard me right. They went undefeated this year and look to take it all as they are the favorites in the stunt national championships. Well, Lancers, that's all I have for you this time with the sports recap. After seeing everything this year with sports, I cannot wait to see the sports come back in the fall. I'm Brett Rosen for CBU TV, and with this being the last sports recap of the year, I want to say have a great and safe summer. See you, Lancers. See you next fall.
Go Lancers! What an excellent year for CBU athletics. Thank you, Brett. On that same note, CBU TV's May show is this year's last show. This school year, we were fortunate enough to have been back on campus again. With that, many enjoyable events were held on campus throughout the year, making for a memorable return to school. CBU TV reporters Noah Pakinathan and Armando Magana joined forces to recall some of the many events of this campus this year that you won't want to miss when you return next fall. Noah and Armando with the 2022 recap. Let's see.
Hello Lancers, I'm Noah Pakinathan.
And I'm Armando Magana.
And we had the pleasure to present to you the CBU 2021 through 2022 school year wrap-up.
Beginning in early September, freshmen flooded the campus during Welcome Weekend looking to see new faces, make friends, and settle into the dorms. Welcome Weekend was a big success, not only in helping students to get to know each other, but also in acquainting them with their new home for the next few years.
Twerp Week had all the men excited for free dates throughout the week. The week offered many events such as an Angels game, a dance, a concert, etc. Twerp Week is a good way to allow the women to shoot their shot with the men for a change.
Midnight Madness is another night to remember. Hundreds of students packed into the event center in a high-energy frenzy, excited for the kickoff of the basketball season. Midnight Madness had highlights such as player intros, a shooting competition, and a dunk contest. The event debuted the new additions to the basketball team as well as the old stars.
Fortuna Bowl is the biggest intramural event of the year. The stands were packed hours before the game had started. The competing teams warm up as the crowd waits for the whistle to start the game. The Baptist Baddies and Jack competed for the Fortuna title. The Baptist Baddies prevailed, stealing the Fortuna title. And for women's, Twinkle Toesies defeated Bombshell for the championship title. Parents' Weekend also took place during the weekend of Fortuna, where parents were invited to come visit the campus and their students and were welcome to attend the football game.
Carnival rides started appearing on the Friday night of homecoming weekend, and the line started forming early on in the night. CBU alumni joined the current students for the fun weekend consisting of carnival games, free food, and rides.
Intramurals provide more excitement to the viewing students with CBU Jam. Like Fortuna, the two final teams of the competitive basketball intramural league faced off in the Van Dyne Gym. The stands were packed with cheering students looking forward to the game. The two teams facing off are King of the Courts and Ben Holy. King of the Courts came out on top with the title of the 2022 basketball intramural champs. And for women's, Alley Oopsies beat Spicy Curries for the championship title.
The theater department put on The Wizard of Oz on Friday, April 8th and Saturday, April 9th. Both showings were a success and sold out, and the theater was filled.
The event center was packed for Woo Fest 2022, where students got up on stage and performed their talents in hopes to woo the women. The men went over and above on stage to impress the women and succeed in entertaining everyone in the stands.
Ending off the intramural season for the year is the Lancer Cup. Kenya and Ireland faced off on the front lawn where Kenya took the win, taking the final intramural championship of the year. Lastly, the week before finals, CBU held a stress relief event where puppies, food trucks, and fun events were provided on the front lawn.
Overall, this school year has been a great experience. I'm Noah Pakinathan.
And I'm Armando Magana, and thank you for tuning into this year's CBU Wrap-Up.
Thank you, Noah and Armando. It has been a fantastic school year. It is sad to see it end.
It really is. Let's get right into the news rundown. CBU commencement ceremonies are just around the corner, starting May 2nd and ending on May 4th. For more information regarding ceremony times and locations, please visit the CBU commencement website page.
More on CBU News. The film program welcomes all students to the annual film festival on April 24th at 3 p.m. The festival will be hosted at the Riverside Box Office Theater, and the feature short films entered by CBU film students. Go show your support, Lancers.
Moving on to world news, according to federal data, it shows as of March, inflation has jumped by 8.5%. This is the sharpest year-over-year increase since 1981. Many Americans have been receiving pay increases, but the pace of inflation has made everyday life difficult for the average working class American.
Surprisingly, Amazon is also taking a hit from the increased inflation. Currently, Amazon charges a number of fees to third-party sellers who use the e-commerce giant fulfillment services. With the rise in inflation, Amazon is taking a step to offset the rising costs, announcing Wednesday the 13th that it will add a 5% fuel and inflation surcharge. The e-commerce giant said the new fee would begin on April 28th. During the pandemic, the sales of the Peloton skyrocketed because it allowed the people in quarantine to exercise at home. CEO Barry McCarthy announced that coming June 1st, the price of the Peloton's all-access subscription plan in the United States will go up to $44 per month from $39. Pricing for international members will remain uncharged, Peloton said. For people who don't own any of the Peloton's equipment, the cost of digital-only membership will still be $12.99 a month.
An increase in gang-related robberies in LA have been classified as a trend by the LA Police Department. So-called follow-home robberies, in which suspects target victims, follow them, and then rob them as they go into isolated areas such as their homes. A police spokesperson said Wednesday that at least 17 gangs are operating independently and are believed to be connected to the robberies.
As our last show for the semester wraps up, this also being my last, I am very grateful to have been part of this publication. Wherever life may take me, CBU holds a special place in my heart. I thank God for all the opportunities, and I am very thankful for all the memories I was able to make. Goodbye, CBU.
Dyana, you will be missed, and we appreciate all that you have done for the publication throughout your years with us. Well, this is all we have for you, Lancers. Make sure to wear sunscreen at the beach this summer.
And stay hydrated. For CBU TV, I'm Dyana Villa.
And I'm Ignacio Dominguez.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you next year.